Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Monmouth Park here on Saturday. It is May the 26th, 2018. Going to look at the stakes races on today's program from Monmouth, but before we get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. I'm going to look at the stakes races 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm going to add actually a bonus race to that also. I'm going to add race number 8, which I think is a great turf sprint, and this horse I really like in that race, who's going to be my best bet of the afternoon. So basically, races 8 through 12 I'll be looking at. So let's get on to it. Starting off race number 8, the only non-stakes race of the afternoon for YouTube I'll be looking at for Monmouth. The 8th race, its main special weight purse $36,000. It's for maidens, fillies, and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Fields of 10 horses here, going the distance of ground of about 1,100 meters, or the distance of ground of about 5½ furlongs on the Monmouth turf course. 5½ furlongs, about. And I show the diagram, just gives me a second to look down a minute, just bear with me. Sorry, I'm stupid, I can't do two things at the same time. My top selection in this race, my best bet of the afternoon for Monmouth, is going to go to the 4-horse Sensible Myth. I'm going to go 4, 8, 7, 10 in the superfecta. 4, 8, 7, 10 super, but my best bet, the 4-horse Sensible Myth. 5-2, 3-0 filly by Street Sense. Eric Consell is on this one for George Weaver. His horse's most recent outing came 3 weeks ago now, the 5th of May at Belmont. 6 furlongs firm ground, a main special weight 75,000. Horse finished 6 by 3.5 lengths. It was the horse's first off the layoff, and he ran okay that day. He needed that extra closing kick, which he didn't get, but it wasn't a bad run. I think second off the break, he should run a lot better. With a quicker pace in this one, he should run a lot better. He's also not running with Lasix. This horse doesn't run with Lasix, just keep that in mind. Before that, he ran the 4th of March at Santa Anita, 5.5 furlong, main special weight 55,000. Horse finished 7th by 12 3/4 lengths, and he broke on top that day, dueled early, and then he hit the wall, really couldn't keep up with him on the dirt. I think he's a much better turf horse personally. And then before that, 25th of February at Santa Anita, 6.5 down the hill, main special weight 56,000. Horse finished 4th by 5.5 lengths. Had to steady early, which I think cost his horse the race. He really couldn't get that good closing kick. His best race in California, or one of his best races lifetime, came at Santa Anita on Boxing Day. 6.5 furlong, main special weight 56,000. Horse finished second by a nose. Was dueling most of the race, just lost it at the wire, but he ran his heart out. I think with some speed in this one, second off the break at 5-2, I like this horse's chances a lot, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Monmouth, I'm going to go with the number 4 horse, Sensible Myth. Going to go 4, 8, 7, 10 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Monmouth. The 9th race, it's John J. Riley Handicap per $60,000. This race is for 3-year-olds and upwards, Jersey breds here. Fields of 7 horses, going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters, or the distance of ground of 6 furlongs on the Monmouth main track. 6 furlongs, 1,200 meters. My top pick in this one, or top selection, I don't like the word pick. Pick is something you do to your nose, not pick a horse. But selection sounds better personally. But my top selection here, I like the 4-horse, Chubalicious. I'm going to go 4, 6, 1, 5 in the superfecta. 4, 6, 1, 5 super. Top pick number 4, Chubalicious. 5-2, 7-year-old gelding by Hey Chub. Albin Jimenez is on this one. This horse's most recent outing came on 13th of January. They came at the fairgrounds. 6 furlongs and just a basic 70,000 overnight stakes. Horse finished second by 2 1/4 lengths that day. He stalked early on, and then he didn't have the best runs at the end. He lost to Giacchi's Reward with his horse got beat by 2 starts in a row. It started before the Thanksgiving handicap at the fairgrounds, Thanksgiving Day, 6 furlongs. Finished second by 5 lengths behind Giacchi's Reward, a Warrior, who just ran a much better race. And then the Francis Dash at Laurel, 6 furlongs, 10 to the 16th. Horse won by a neck that day. He only had 3 other rivals that day, and this horse quickened up nicely and had a very nice easy victory that day from a little bit of, even though with a wide trip. But just keep in mind the 2nd and 3rd place finishers both won Knockstead out. And then before that here at Monmouth, mile 16th and just a basic overnight stakes. Horse finished second by 3 1/4 lengths. He really didn't have anything that day to get that good victory at. And personally, I think this horse is a better one-turn horse. He won this race last year when it was running the end of July. I like this horse a lot. Watch out for him to run a big one. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Monmouth, I'm going to go with the 4-horse Chubalicious. Going to go 4, 6, 1, 5 in the superfecta. I would single this horse in this race in the pick 5 or pick 6, whatever you decide to play. So now let's get on to race number 10 from Monmouth. The 10th race, it's the 38th running of the Boiling Spring Stakes per $75,000. It's fillies, 3-year-olds here. Field of 11 horses, but the 11 is a main track only. I don't think the races should be taken off the turf today. I think it's been a dry week, and I think they're going to be on the turf. So you're probably going to have a field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or the distance of ground of a mile and 1/16th on the Monmouth lawn. 1,700 meters, mile 16th. My top selection here, I like the number 8 horse, Coffee Crush, and God, I haven't had enough coffee today yet. I'm going to go 8-4-3-2 in the superfecta, 8-4-3-2 super. Top pick number 8, Coffee Crush, 5-1, 3-year-old filly by Medaglia d'Oro. Jose Lascano's on this one. This horse's most recent outing came on the 22nd of April here in New York at Aqueduct, mile 16th on the Widener turf course, or the outer turf course, in the Memories of Silver Stakes. Horse finished 5th by 12 lengths that day, and, he stalked early on, and he just kind of hit the wall in the straightaway. He definitely needed the race. I think second off the break, I think this horse will run a lot better. This turf course does play towards speed a lot, so I think this horse should really do well. Before that, this horse ran the 3rd of December at Aqueduct, a mile on the Widener, not the Widener, what do I keep saying that? The outer turf course at Aqueduct, 1 mile at main special weight, 60,000. Horse won by 3.5 lengths, on lead all throughout, had a very nice victory that day, and then a Belmont on the Widener turf course now, main special weight, 75,000. Horse finished 5th by 2 3/4 lengths. Sat back early, but closed up well with an all-out finish. Wasn't a bad outing there. I like this horse's chances here second off the break, so watch out for this horse at 5-1. So to recount my bets for the 10th from Monmouth, it's the 38th running of the Boiling Springs. Gonna go with the 8 horse Coffee Crush. Gonna go 8-4-3-2 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 11 from Monmouth. The 11th race, it's the 71st running of the Salvatore Mile, grade 3, purse $100,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 7 horses going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile on the Monmouth main track, 1,600 meters, a mile. My top selection here, I like the number 3 horse Sunny Ridge. Gonna go 3-4-6-7, 3-4-6-7 in the superfecta. Top pick number 3, Sunny Ridge, 5-2. 5-year gelding by Holy Bull. Paco Lopez gets the leg up on this one. Horse's most recent outing came here in New York on the 20th of April at Aqueduct. 1 mile after the declaimer. This horse finished second by 3/4 of a length that day. A little bit wide and closed up a little bit that day. Definitely need the race. I think second off the layup on a very speed favoring race course. I like this horse's chances a lot here today. Before that, they ran this horse Belmont Stakes Day 2017, mile and a half in the Grade 2 Brooklyn Invitational. This horse finished second by 2.5 lengths that day. He stalked early, had the lead, and then he got overtaken by War Story. He just ran a little bit of a better race. He couldn't hold on for the mile and a half. And then before that, in the Charlestown Classic of 2017 at Charlestown, Monmouth on the sloppy going. Horse finished 6th by 5 1/4 lengths that day. Really just couldn't keep up with them. It just wasn't his day to win. Keep in mind the second and third place finishers out of that Charlestown Classic both won next start out, with third place finisher being War Story, who won next start out again in the Brooklyn. But before that, this horse won the Stymie very easily at Aqueduct and won the Jazzle very easily at Aqueduct. This horse is 3 for 2 here at Monmouth. His only loss here came in the 2016 Haskell. Other than that, he's been pretty perfect. I like this horse's chances a lot here today, so watch out. So to recount my bets for the 11th from Monmouth, it's the 71st running of the Grade 3 Salvatore Mile. Gonna go with the 3 horse Sunny Ridge. Gonna go 3-4-6-7 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 12. The 12th race, it's the feature race of the afternoon. It's the 10th running of the Monmouth Stakes. Grade 2, purse $200,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 7 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters, or the distance of ground of a mile and 1/8 on the Monmouth lawn, the turf course. Rails are not up, so the rails are at the hedge, 0 feet. Do they still have hedges at Monmouth? No, I think they got rid of the hedges in 2006 when they did the turf renovation. Monmouth used to have those really nice hedges. Now they replaced it with regular railings, which is, okay, but personally I prefer the hedges. Let's get back to the subject. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm starting to go off on tangents. My top selection here in the 12th, the Monmouth Stakes. I like the number 7 horse, Frostmorn. I loved this horse last week, but he didn't run. I like him a lot this week also. I'm going to go 7-3-2-4 in the superfecta. 7-3-2-4 super. Top pick number 7, Frostmorn. 4-1. Joel Rosario's on this 4-year colt by Spicetown. This horse was supposed to run last week at Pimlico into Dixie. He scratched out of it because the turf course was an absolutely sloppy mess. So they're going to run here, and I think this horse should really run well here because his last race was quite a good run, I think, in the Makers 46 mile at Keeneland Mile on April the 13th. Horse finished 5th by 2 1/4 lengths that day. Didn't have the best of beginnings that day, but he closed up a little bit well at the end. It was a good effort that day. Before that, Gulfstream 1 mile opposite 5 claimer. Horse won by length that day. Horrible start, but he had a great turn of foot at the end to get the victory. And then before then, Hills Prince at Belmont, mile 8th inner turf course, October the 7th. Horse finished 4th by 3/4 length. He lost to Yoshida, who won next start out at Churchill. This horse, stalked early, got the lead, that got overtaken right before the wire. He ran his heart out there, and then he won the Kent very easily at Delaware, mile 8th, July 15th. Won by 6 lengths, stalked early, and then took off clear in a straightaway. I like his stalking position in this race. You're going to see quite a bit of speed in this one, and I think at 4-1, this horse could really run a big one on firm ground. Watch out for him here today. So to recap my bets for the 12th for Monmouth, it's the Grade 2 10th running of the Monmouth Stakes. Gonna go with the 7 horse Frostmorn. Gonna go 7-3-2-4 in the superfecta. 7-3-2-4 super. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.